Welcome back to school. We are so excited about the 2025-2026 school year, and we're excited about another season of the PCS Connection Podcast. You know, along with the start of the school year is the Putnam County Fair being in town, and one of the gracious things that the James Gang does is that they have a special needs day just for our special needs students in Putnam County. Now, we had that this week, and it was awesome as we saw a lot of the local emergency management folks and local law enforcement, along with a lot of our central office supervisors, come together and ride those rides with some of our special needs students. It was truly special.
We are at the Putnam County Fair. The James Gang has opened up the fair for the Special Education Department. We bring our CDC kids, pre-K through 12th grade, and the Independence Program. They get to come for the morning and ride rides. The James Gang helps our kids on rides. We have a ton of volunteers here today. From all of our responders come. We have parents here. We probably have the most parents here that we've ever had. We are probably almost at a 1-to-1 ratio with our students and people willing to get on rides with them. We have a beautiful sunny day today. I was hoping for a little bit of an overcast day and some breeze, but we are thankful that we have the sunshine and the kids are riding rides, parents are riding rides, first responders are riding rides. So I'm so thankful for everyone that showed up today. I'm thankful for the James Gang and all of their workers for opening up the fair to us, because our kids sometimes don't get to have this experience because they can't handle the crowds. So this is an annual event that the Fair Board puts on for us along with the James Gang. So a big shout out, thank you to them. And the kids are having a wonderful time, and we are having a wonderful time. So thank you to all the people who do this for us and make this work for us every year. Oh, it blesses my heart, and I know it blesses the heart of all of the teachers and the volunteers. They love it. They have a great time. They may not ever get to experience this otherwise because of all of the crowds and having to wait in long lines. The parents just aren't able to do that with them sometimes. And so for them to get to experience this, we love it. It's a favorite trip of the year. It's a little hard doing it the first week of school, but we make it happen because the kids absolutely love it, and we wouldn't have it any other way.
Well, I don't think anybody's more excited about school starting than our Director of Schools, Corby King, and it's like the most wonderful time of the year.
It really is. You know, I said that, I think, in the welcome back video for teachers, and I might have with the students and parents too, because I say this every year.
Yeah.
There's just nothing quite like the beginning of a school year.
Yeah.
And I love the holidays.
Oh, yeah.
You know, so
Yeah.
Christmas, Thanksgiving, Easter, spring break, fall break, all the breaks.
Right.
I'm like everybody. I love those.
Yeah.
But nothing quite rivals the excitement and the nervousness and the energy of the beginning of a school year. For students and for teachers and faculty and staff, there's always just that little nervous anxiety that's there, just not sure what it's going to be like this year. But it's so much fun.
It is.
To see the kids come bounding in and the smiles, and they've got all the stories from summer.
Yes, and they've grown.
They've gotten taller. The elementary kids losing teeth, and the middle school kids, they leave this tall, they come back this tall. There's just so much that happens over the course of a summer, and they come back with all of these stories and things they want to share, and then they're getting to see friends they haven't seen all summer. So you see the excited hugs in the hallway and the high fives and gathering in the gym or the cafeteria. The teachers are excited and smiling and ready to greet them and ready to come back and also see their friends that they might not have seen over the summer. It's just a great time of the year.
And this is a different start to the school year for you, because it's the first time in 14 years you don't have a child in the Putnam County school system.
Well, thanks for bringing that up. It is.
Yeah.
We did not have the first day of school pictures this year. Ross is getting ready to start his third year in Chattanooga at UTC. Cosby graduated last year, going to Tech in the fall. Wings up. We're excited about that. But the first time we haven't had first day pics. Julie and I should have snapped a pic.
You should have snapped a pic.
We should have snapped a first day pic, because Mom and Dad are still going to school on the first day. But we didn't, and it's the first time in 14 years I haven't had a kid in school, and that's a little different feeling.
Yeah.
But it's good.
Just to
it's
help
exciting.
you out, so you could see all of the first day of school pics, we put that out there, and we received about 550 first day of school pics that we have posted on Facebook.
That's awesome. So I didn't know you were going to do that.
Yeah.
And so when I saw that, I guess Monday morning, somebody said something about, hey, buddy's posting pictures, and I'm like, I don't know. So I went and checked, and I saw, he's asked people to tag and the school system to send pictures.
Yeah.
And I saw, you'd at that point had 70-something pictures posted.
Right.
And then I got home Monday night, and I saw oh my goodness, there's 5, 6, 7, 8 posts. 8 posts with back to school pictures. And all this again, all the smiles and welcome first day up, what grade, so awesome. And the date. And even like where Julie took those pictures every year and would share them with our family and group. It pops up on my time hop, and you can say this day, in 2007, 2008, whatever,
Right.
Like, oh wow,
it's great memories.
It really is, and so I hope that families will look back on our PCSSTN post and can see the kids the first day, or it'll pop up on their individual memories when they took those pictures. Those are good days.
So we're a week into the start of school. Yes. How's it been going?
We've had a great week.
Yeah.
I have not made it to every school yet. We've got 22. It takes a little time to get everywhere. It's 20 campuses. I say 22 schools, but 20 campuses. Yeah. It takes a while to get everywhere.
Yeah.
But everywhere I have been, it has. The principals, the teachers, the students, it's just like we didn't skip a beat.
I know.
They're right back in, walking down the halls, going to class. The first day or two, I was at some of the middle schools. That was fun.
Yeah.
I was at Prescott one day, I was at Avery Trace one day, but the students who still hadn't found their way and had their schedule, so we stopped and helped them find where their class was. Teacher, same thing at All Good. A couple of, you're probably a 5th or 6th grader, or maybe somebody new in the building.
Yep. So
they have their schedule and they pull it out, and you find where their class, help them get there, and those are fun times. But the kids, they stop, they ask, they just see an adult in the hall. It's like, I can't find where I'm supposed to be. So, hey, no problem, man.
We got you, man.
Yeah, so you take them, walk them to class. Teacher's like, oh, yeah, come in. Everybody's good. Those kind of normal things. But it was like calm.
Yeah.
It was great.
It's been great.
The high schools, everybody's smiling. Look, so the big change this year, not having cell phones, talking to the high school principals.
Yeah.
All of them are saying the best start to a school year that they've experienced.
Wow.
Mr. Campbell, who taught at Upperman High School for several years, and then is now back as the principal in his second year, Monday afternoon, is it Monday or Tuesday afternoon, said it was the best day of high school that he had experienced. Because kids were walking down the hall with their heads up, talking to each other. They go in the cafeteria, and it was kind of loud, but it was a good loud, because kids were talking to each other. They weren't just isolated and scrolling. Miss Trenholm said, you didn't have kids bumping into each other in the columns while they're walking down the hall. I was at Monterey. Again, the same thing. The kids, you could see their faces when they're walking down the hall.
Great? That's awesome.
It really was. So I know it's a big change, and there's been a lot of apprehension around that. But what we have seen this week has been overwhelmingly positive and good, and I hope that continues. I suspect that it will for the rest of the school year. I know we're probably in a honeymoon phase a little bit, but we're 1 week in, and it's going great. The kids are adjusting well, and it's been a really good start.
And, that was the goal all along.
That's right.
That was the goal, and I think as the school year progresses, you'll be able to see the teachers then be able to come back and say, hey, this has made a difference.
That's what we hope.
Because of them being able to learn.
We've talked from the beginning, when the school board started doing research around this, it was reduce the distractions. Increase focus in class, the academic focus, because you don't have the constant buzzing, dinging, or whatever that's just kind of keeping you somewhat distracted. But then to increase student engagement and engagement with each other.
Absolutely.
So we have seen that this week.
Yeah.
I hope that's what we're going to continue to see over the course of this year, and we think that it will. Systems who have done this, that's what they've seen. And talked to several students this week, and they're like, we've been okay. It's not been a big deal. We had dinner. They
will survive.
I had dinner one evening this week with one of our friends who has a high school student that's a junior this year, and she's like, it's what it is. It was, we're a couple of days in, and it was, we're good. It's been good. So we hope we continue that.
It was just a couple of months ago, we sat here and we went through all of the accomplishments and the great things that happened during the 2024-2025 school year. And now we're kicking off the 2025-2026 school year. What are some of the things that you hope to see happen, that you want to see us accomplish as a school system?
So to begin, it's always academics. That's our primary job. Our focus goal is academics. So I want to see us continue making improvements. We had a really good 24-25. We've got some preliminary data in. We still can't share all of the things the state's going through. There's an embargo period where the state sends it to districts for us to verify to make sure things are right, and then they'll go through their verification stuff before they start releasing it publicly. But the preliminary results are positive.
Good.
And what I can say is that we've shown growth and some gains in every academic area. So that's something we want to see continue.
Absolutely.
Our teachers have really been digging in the last few years, looking at standards and progress and where our students are, recovering from the COVID loss. I feel like we're there. And start making gains. I would still like to see our high school ACT scores come up. Which is going to take, again, a little more focus, just looking at ACT standards, what it's asking for our students, because that's money for students. Having 2 in college now, the higher the ACT score, if you can get that 28 or above, and I know that's not possible everywhere, but for the students who can, we want them to achieve that. But those higher scores, it is scholarship money or money back when they're going to school. So obviously that's the focus, academic progress. Athletically, wins. We've had a good run the last few years. That's fun. The end of the year, the state champions and the state championship runs, and that's across the board in sports. As we're putting the right coaches in place who love kids and love what they do, and kids who want to participate, and again, giving them opportunities. Hopefully some scholarships that come out of that. But even if they don't, those lifelong experiences, being part of a team, being a part of a championship program. We want to see that. We want to see our band and chorus. My goodness, we've had more students going to mid-state and all-state honors, the winning band competitions, and those are all kicking up here within the next few weeks.
So the Monterey Marching Band?
Monterey Marching Band for the first time in, 70-something years was on the field. That's one, Miss Tench and Miss Wheeler sent me the video from the Monterey Marching Band. Like, this brought tears to my eyes. And I'm like, it should. That was just so cool to see. It's a small group right now, but we know they're going to grow.
Absolutely.
So those are things, for us, when you look at just to put it all in one big bucket, it's providing more opportunities for our students.
Yep.
That's what we want to do this year. Mm-hmm. Our focus is making sure our students have opportunities. CTE classes are knocking it out of the park. Work-based learning numbers are increasing. Our community partnerships are increasing. That's what we want to see.
Yeah, we have adopter ceremonies already lined up.
People in the chamber who are adopting our schools, jumping in to help provide supports for faculty and staff members and campus cleanup type things. It does take the whole community to get involved.
Yep.
And we live in a great community. We know that. Mayor Porter and I talk about that quite often, about the support we receive in our community and how nice it is to live here, where people just tend to get along and want to help each other, support each other. So the Adopt a School program is a good opportunity to be involved, and a good example of that where we partner with the Chamber of Commerce, and Amy and Carla and Natalie, they all do a great job over there.
Yeah.
The Highlands Economic Partnership with Adam and Matt, the guys on that team that partner with our community to make sure we have those work-based learning opportunities. I mean, such a good community tie, so it's great.
You mentioned Randy Porter, of course, the county commission, and that's where a lot of our funding comes from.
It is.
And it seems like there has been just a great working relationship with the county commission, and particularly this year with budgets and those kind of things. Just how did that come about?
It has. That's something we've really worked and fostered over the last several years, and that started before I was in the seat. Mm-hmm. Mr. Boyd, the previous superintendent, and the school board started holding annual work sessions with the county commissioners and building that relationship. And I was a part of that as his deputy director for a couple of years. And it's just a focus that our board and county commission has, working together.
Yeah.
We're all taxpayers.
Yep.
Nobody likes more taxes, but it is necessary because it's how we provide opportunities for our students. It's how we provide raises for our faculty and staff. Those cost of living raises, we want to recruit, retain, keep the absolute best people we can in front of our students.
Yep.
We want every student to have access to an outstanding, high-quality teacher. It takes resources to do that. About 70% of our funding comes from the state.
Right.
But the 30% locally is huge. It's a big portion. We're the largest. We receive the largest portion of tax dollars, local tax dollars.
Yeah.
When you divide it out, we get more than county general and others because we have more employees, more students, more buildings, all the things. It's just a larger system. I don't think people realize sometimes we're the second largest employer in Putnam County.
Exactly.
Cookeville Regional is the largest, and then it's us.
Yeah.
But we also care. Tech has around 10. They're pushing 11,000 students this year. We're 11,500, pushing 12 when we get our pre-K included.
Right.
So even larger than Tech when you look at that. So it takes working together. Our county commission this year was able to change the tax structure and sales tax without having to do a tax increase. I think that's important for our community. It provided additional resources for us, which we needed.
Yep.
Budget's tight every year. Next year, I don't suspect will be any different.
Yeah.
It'll be difficult because, again, we have to make
Unless
progress
there's
and
some
raises.
pitfall of money coming from somewhere.
Yeah, but we can always hope.
Yeah.
But that doesn't tend to happen.
Yeah.
But as property values go up and things go up, cost of living goes up, our people have to have those cost of living raises too. And it does take a lot of people to support 11,500, 12, wherever we're going to land student population this year.
Right.
We've got over 1,800 employees. It takes a lot of people to support those students, and we want to make sure they're the best.
Yep.
So thank you to the county commissioners who work with our board members who see the value in education.
Any concerns coming into the school year? I mean, I know safety is always at the forefront of everybo's.
Always.
That's what we're always thinking about is safety. And here's what I think is a good thing, and probably a lot of people may not know, but there are training sessions, there are things that go on all summer long and throughout the school year.
Yes.
To prepare. You're never totally prepared because you never know what's going to happen, but at least you have things.
To be as prepared as we can, and we try to think through scenarios, what's happened in other places, what could happen, looking at vulnerabilities, plan, train staff. We're very fortunate here in Putnam County, something that started many years ago, and I've been fortunate to be a part of it for full 15, 16 years. There's a group taken care of over to emergency management. Emergency EMS and EMA personnel have a group of people. It's the local emergency planning committee, and every community may have something similar.
Sure.
But it's police, fire, EMS, EMA, 911, tech, the large employers, the school system. There's a big group that meet every month, and they plan community-wide drills. They look at community-wide scenarios. If we're hosting a parade, hosting Fall Fun Fest coming up, they have a subcommittee off of that group that helps plan for emergency scenarios to make sure it's staffed appropriately. There's a subcommittee from that group that's just focused on the school emergency response teams. And we have a countywide, we call them CERT teams, but we have a countywide CERT advisory committee that meets before that every month. And they look at our school plans, not just the overall big plan, but every individual school. They go through with the SROs and the principals, administrators, take a look at every plan. They help the schools plan drills, plan scenarios. Every 3 years, we'll do a school-wide community drill where all the people are involved, and we'll play out a scenario of what it would be like on a bad day. Sometimes it would be an active aggressor, or it could be a shooter, it could be a chemical spill, it could be a fire, it could be a wreck in the vicinity. But we get all the partners involved, and we communicate that with families. And we do that every 3 years. But then monthly, we have just your regular school drills. And we do all that just in preparation. We hope it never happens. It's the things you hope, you pray never happens. We try to take all the proactive steps so that we can keep the big event from happening. But if it does, we want to be prepared and be ready to handle that. And we're very fortunate to have a dedicated group of people that are focused just on the schools.
Absolutely.
That's the school group is chaired by Lieutenant Bill Harris, the lead SRO for the district, and Brandon Smith, our EMA person, and Tyler Smith, who's an EMA. They're big parts in that. Miss Sharon Womack, bless her heart, keeps us all in line, takes care of us. You're making sure the paperwork's done, the I's are dotted, the T's are crossed, and everybody's plans are submitted. But every SRO at every school takes part in that, and every administrator. And we've got central office staff, Mr. Chris Pierce and Tim Martin, who both go to those meetings as well. And it's every month, and it's year-round. So,
is there anything that you're really looking forward to particularly? I know, without having kids in the system, and you were busy, going to a lot of different events and participating in a lot of different things. So now that you don't have those kind of obligations, does that free you up to kind of do some other things or go some other places?
It will. This is a tough one because it's hard. I always feel a little bit guilty. So my kids went to Upperman. They went there because that's where Mama teaches. Julie's taught at Upperman Middle School for 26, going on 27 years. I think this is 27 years for her at Upperman Middle. I shouldn't have probably given the number, should I? But she's been there a long time. So our kids went to Upperman because that's where Mama taught. And so for the last few years, we've made it to more, or I've made it to more, the Upperman football games or basketball games, and I try to sneak in. It should free up to get to Cookeville and Monterey a little more. But I'll tell you, I've gotten where it's really easy to get on the UCR, and I can
watch on Friday night.
And I can watch Friday night, and I can flip between. I'd watch part of the Upperman game, then part of the Cookeville game, and if one got a little more excited than the other, I'd land on that game, and I would watch. And the board members, I'll text with back and forth with the ones who were watching the games, like David McCormick's always at the Monterey games. We don't have a stream. They chose not to do some of the streaming stuff the other schools did. So David Tex keeps us updated there. Same thing with basketball. We've been fortunate to be present at the games, but if I can't be at one, I would watch another. I love sports and all of the athletic contests. It's just great. So hopefully I'll have more time to do some of those things and not just some of the Upperman stuff because that's where my kids were. And if I was going to drop them off, I might as well stay and watch the game.
That's right.
Cosby was big in the band, so then when she got to drive herself, I was like, I think I'm just going to stay home tonight. And I'm going to watch it on flip between the games. That was good.
Well, it's in a way it's hard to believe the school year is starting, but at the same time, it is, and we know once school starts, it really just flies by.
It does. I mean, we'll blink our eyes and it'll be fall break.
Yeah.
We're already a week down, and it's like we just started, and now we're going into week 2. I mean, that's not every 9 weeks is like that.
Yeah.
Labor Day will be here before we know it.
Yep.
Looking for that first 3-day weekend, that long weekend. We'll barely get back in, and then it's time to go fall break, wherever we're going to go. I mean, it really moves quickly. I think I love our school calendar.
Mm-hmm.
I like the way the breaks fall at the end of 9 weeks. But it also seems like the 9 weeks pass really quickly because those breaks come up.
It really does.
It may be because we're getting older too.
Well, that's
it talks about the old people used to say. I still say how time flies by as you're getting old.
Yeah.
And I see it's true. It really does.
Well, we're looking forward to a great 2025-2026 school year, and Mr. King, I know that it's exciting, and just to see the excitement that's there right now, and we just hope that continues to carry on through the school
Absolutely,
year.
we want to sustain that.
Yeah.
We hope that parents are working with us, partnering with us to bring some of that excitement. I know not every day's fun.
Right.
And students come home and they've had a tough day, or they don't like a particular subject, or maybe it's a tough day with a teacher.
Yeah.
Things happen.
Yeah.
Not every day is sunshine and roses. We get that.
Yeah.
But just partner with us, work through it, encourage them to keep their spirits up and get involved.
Yeah.
For the parents out there, just get your kids involved in school stuff, activities.
Absolutely.
We don't want to be too busy. I know it's easy to get that way.
Sure.
But the more they can be involved in school and develop some of that school spirit, again, that's what we're hoping with the cell phones too.
Yeah.
Let's get back where when we were in school, it was the pep rallies and the
was,
bonfires
yes.
and
The
the praise,
connections.
the connections that we were making outside involved.
I'm actually planning my 40th high school reunion
Wow.
right now that we're going to have in September.
Yeah.
And some of these people, that's the only time I get to see them.
That's right.
Is at a reunion.
Yeah, you're like I am. We moved away from home.
Yeah. And at 40 years, but I can still remember those things.
That's
I still
right.
remember how much fun we had at the ball games.
And that's what I hope our students are making those connections. So parents encourage them to get involved, make the connections, get outside of the home, get outside of the house, be with their friends, develop relationships that make school more meaningful.
Absolutely.
So we hope that we see that continue.
Yeah.
If there's a struggle, please reach out. Contact, talk to a teacher, talk to a counselor, talk to the administrator at the school. They're there to support and work with the families.
Absolutely.
Just like we do the students. And we want everybody to have a great year.
Somebody asked me the other day, said, well, what about, how important is it to get off to a good start? And, what if somebody doesn't? And I said, we have 180 instructional days.
That's right.
You're going to have a bad day. It's okay.
It happens.
Yeah, it's all right. But it's all about the perspective and the attitude going into it.
That's right. And overall, if you're excited and encouraged about it, the kids are going to take that cue from the parents. They're going to be more excited and ready to come in. Try not to project if you're having a bad morning night on the kids before they get to the school. That makes a difference too. But for the kids, sometimes they just need a little uplifting. Just build them up. Hey, they got this, and that's what we're going to do in the schools. Build them up, and we want to do that at home too. So.
Well, we are excited. We appreciate you
Absolutely
checking out our first episode here of Season 3 of the PCSS Connection, and we're looking forward to having a lot of students on. And
that's
having a lot of
right. Check back every week. It's fun. It's a fun interview every week.
Yeah, it's a good time.
Yeah.
So that's going to do it for this week. Mr. King, I hope you have a great weekend, and next week we'll start week 2.
Week 2. Let's do this.
All right.
All right.
Thanks
Thank
so much.
you.